So here we reach on the MCQs. In MCQ questions, two things are very important. One thing is known as the question statement. For an example, what size of the deposit caller has to pay? कितना कॉलर ने डिपॉजिट पे करना है, ये क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट कहलाती है और नीचे दिए हुए हैं आपके पास आंसर ऑप्शंस। इस क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट के कुछ वर्ड्स ऐसे हैं जिन्हें कीवर्ड्स कहते हैं और उनको कभी भी हमारा एग्जामिनर या हमारा जो रिकॉर्डिंग है एग्जाम की वो मिस नहीं करती। फॉर एग्जाम्पल हियर द वर्ड डिपॉजिट। So deposit will never miss. We should put the pencil on the deposit. It is what a new technique that we are adopting in context of the software as exams are on computer now. तो एग्जाम में हम डिपॉजिट को हाईलाइट कर लेंगे। फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल इफ दिस इज द क्वेश्चन एंड देन वी विल हैव आवर आई ऑन द डिपॉजिट। सूनर हमें डिपॉजिट का वर्ड सुनाई देता है, वी विल कम डाउन एंड वी विल हाईलाइट। रादर जब हम हाईलाइटिंग कर रहे होंगे डिपॉजिट हाईलाइट करें, देन 5, 30 एंड 50 को हाईलाइट। जैसे ही डिपॉजिट का वर्ड सुने, हैव योर आईज ऑन दीज 3 वर्ड्स टुगेदर एंड देन यूज you can use 2 techniques. One is known as direct selection technique. आपको वो बताता है that 50% is the deposit you need, तो आप directly इसको टिक करें। The second technique is known as elimination and selection. Elimination selection technique में अगर वो किसी ऑप्शन को कटवाता है तो काटते जाएं, जो बाकी बचेगा वो करेक्ट ऑप्शन होगा। फॉर एग्जाम्पल he says we do not recommend 5%, तो काट दीजिए। We do not recommend 50% as well, काट दीजिए। तो आंसर क्या बचा? 30%, and then he will tell you the correct answer as well. So मैं क्या कह रहा हूं, मैं ये कहना चाह रहा हूं कि आप जब MCQs को कीजिए तो MCQ में क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट के कीवर्ड को जरूर हाईलाइट, वो वर्ड कीवर्ड सेलेक्ट कीजिएगा क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट का, या उन वर्ड्स को सिलेक्ट कीजिएगा क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट में जो आपके ख्याल में रिकॉर्डिंग में मिस नहीं हो। वर्ड साइज डिपॉजिट कॉलर हैज टू पे, पे का वर्ड भी कभी मिस नहीं हो। सो हैव योर आइज ऑन डिपॉजिट इवन ऑन द पे, जैसे आपको अच्छा लगे। डिपॉजिट इज मोर वाइटल। 5, 30 एंड 50% सब में कॉमन है, उसको हाईलाइट करके कंसंट्रेट करने की भी कोई जरूरत है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, व्हेन डज द डिपॉजिट हैव टू बी पेड? कब जमा करवाना है? व्हेन टू बी पेड, कब जमा करवाना है? सो 2 weeks from now 2, 4 weeks from now 4 and 6 weeks from now 6. All rest words are the common words. इसका मतलब ये है कि अगर you will concentrate on these 5 words, you will be equipped with a very strong position to answer the question in a correct manner. Sooner you listen to the word paid, just come down, have your eyes on 2, 4 and 6 together. Exam में do not try to write things of MCQs. MCQs के आंसर को एग्जाम में शीट पे मत लिखिएगा। Do not try to write it on the sheets. आप MCQs में अपना माउस को अच्छा कैरी करें और अपने माउस से हाईलाइट कर लीजिए उस वर्ड को जो आपका कीवर्ड है क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट। जैसे ही उस वर्ड को हाईलाइट करें, उस पर माउस के जरिए ही कॉन्सेंट्रेट कीजिए, और जैसे ही वो वर्ड सुने नीचे आ जाए 2, 4 एंड 6 है, जैसे इन तीनों को एक साथ देखें और अपना माउस सेंटर वाले पर रखें। सेंटर ऑप्शन पर रखने से फायदा ये होगा कि यू विल बी इन अ बेटर पोजीशन टू कंसंट्रेट ऑल 3 ऑप्शंस। जो आपका ऑप्शन हो उसको क्लिक कर दीजिए, बिकॉज एमसीक्यूज में आपने सॉफ्टवेयर में लिखना कुछ नहीं है, यू हैव जस्ट टू क्लिक, you just have to click the right answer. You just have to click the right answer. You are not to type anything. So हम क्वेश्चन को साथ साथ सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। So now when the luggage be transported, luggage is a word. How the luggage will be carried, कैसे luggage carry होगा? यहाँ पे एक word है luggage. This word can never be skipped in the recording, even carried be. So have your concentration on luggage and carried. Once you listen to the word luggage, just come down by bus, by bicycle, by van, and have your eyes on these 5 words together, and you will be in a very better position to answer and concentrate things better, और कोई आंसर भी गलत नहीं होगा। So it is what a right approach of solving the MCQs on the software. What I told you, अपने हाईलाइट कीजिए keywords and then माउस को रखिए keyword of the question statement पे। जैसे ही आपका keyword of the question statement गुजरे, just come down and place your mouse along with the center one. Have your eyes on these 3 together, and then which is the answer, उसको क्लिक कर दीजिएगा वहीं पे, उसको अपनी शीट पे, रफ शीट पे लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, and this way you can betterly perform. जहाँ टाइपिंग करनी है वहां मैं मना करता हूँ कि टाइपिंग ना कीजिए, टाइपिंग रफ शीट पे लिखते रहें, उस पे माउस को छोड़ दें, पेंसिल से रफ शीट पे लिखते रहें और आंखों से देखें अपने कीवर्ड्स को, उनके आंसर्स को, जो लिखने वाले टाइपिंग वाले आंसर्स हैं उनको शीट पे लिख लीजिए। जैसे ही आपको हर 4-5 सवाल के बाद गैप मिले टाइप कर लें। या हर सेक्शन के बाद तकरीबन 1 to 2 minutes मिलते हैं, उस वक्त पे टाइप कर लें तो even that is better. So this is the right way of handling the MCQs. I'm going to play the recording. Just see what happens. So just concentrate on the words you are looking for. If you're looking for a word deposit, concentrate on the word deposit and you will get the answer. I'm playing recording.
You have some time to look at questions 5 to 10 on page 163.
Test is working. Test is working. Be attentive. Test is working. This is a normal exam time. You will get in the exam as well. इस idle time में आप अपने keywords highlight करेंगे question statement और answer statements के MCQs के लिए.
Now listen and answer questions 5 to 10.
All right, I'll make a note of that. Now, the total cost of the tour is $750.
That much?
The price includes everything: food, hotel, transportation, everything.
Everything?
Yes, everything. The only other thing is you'll want to tip the tour guide. We usually recommend 5% of the total tour cost.
A 5% tip? I guess that's reasonable.
Okay, so now, what is the answer? What is the answer? Somebody can tell me out of you.
5.
What is the answer? 5 is the answer, and that's the wrong answer. Because you have not listened to the word deposit. मैंने बोला आप लोगों को जब तक आपका word नहीं आएगा, answer नहीं आएगा. They were talking about tip, and for tip we were having no question. He was not asking us about the tip. He is asking us about the deposit. That means that answer yet to come. Wait and now listen.
In order to reserve your space on the tour, I'll need a 30% deposit.
Do you need that right away?
So now he says that to reserve your seat, we require 30% deposit. Now you have listened your word deposit. And what is the answer? 30% is the answer. Is it fine? So now just come and move over to the next one. She's saying that क्या आपको एक साथ चाहिए? So now concentrate on the next question. Have your mouse on to be paid. And then हमारा question क्या है? When deposit is to be paid. So to be paid पर अपना mouse रखिएगा exam में, and have your, once you listen to the word paid, just come down and place your mouse at 4 to have your eyes on these 3 options together after once you listen to the word paid. Okay. So when paid, 4, 2 and 6 are the 6 words जिन पर concentrate करने से बहुत आराम से हम अपना आंसर take up कर लेंगे. Just get ready.
We generally ask for the deposit at least 4 weeks before the tour begins. The River Valley tour begins, 6 weeks from now. So you'll need to pay the deposit in 2 weeks.
So now he says that हम 4 weeks पहले deposit लेते हैं. River Valley tour 6 weeks के बाद आ रहा है. So you have to pay deposit after 2 weeks. So what is the answer? A is the answer, 2 weeks. Okay. So now how the luggage be transported? Place your mouse on the luggage, listen the word luggage, and just then concentrate on these 3 words. You would be just working on the 5 words only, and you will get your answer. Just concentrate.
I think I can do that. I wonder if you could tell me something. How will our luggage be transported? Do we carry it on our bicycles?
No, you leave that to us.
She says that, are we required to work to just put it on the bicycle? He says no. So bicycle to aapne काट दिया. It is known as elimination selection. So now 1 out of A and C would be your answer.
We have a van that carries your luggage from hotel to hotel each day.
We have a van that carries your luggage from hotel to hotel every day. So what is the answer? Van is the answer. So C is the answer. It is the right way of handling the MCQs. What should you do? You should have your concentration upon the keywords of the question statement. And then once you listen to the keyword of the question statement, just come down and look at the answer statement keywords. And then just concentrate on these words. If examiner is eliminated something, eliminate it. And you will be just left with the correct answer. If he is going for the direct answer, even you can make the direct answer as well. So work on certain other MCQs in the row. कुछ और भी करें ताकि आपकी कंसंट्रेशन जो है या जो आपकी अंडरस्टैंडिंग है वो और बेहतर हो जाए. Now come on section 4 of the same test now and see what the question says. Section 4 के MCQs are very tough to handle. Tomatoes originally came from. So originally came from. Tomatoes originally came from. Originally came would be the keyword here. The word originally will give you a clue that your answer is approaching. Mexico, Spain, and Peru. And in this way, your MCQ is standing on your 4 words. Original color of tomato was original color. Red, green, and yellow. These are the keywords of the statements and the answers. The Aztec word tomato means Aztec word. So Aztec word will be the keyword. जैसे ही सुने Aztec word will come down. Golden apple, golden, plum thing, plum, small fruits, fruit. So these words cannot be replaced. So have your eyes only on the 4 words. Once you listen to the word Aztec word, छोड़ दें इसको, नीचे वाले 3 पे concentrate करें. In 1500 would be a keyword here along with the Spain and Italy. People enjoyed eating tomatoes, Complete word. They used tomatoes as ornamental plants, made medicine with the tomatoes, medicines. Okay, so these 5 all words would be giving you the answer. 1600s and Britain, the keywords of the question statement. Saw tomato as poisonous, and a toxic word can be the replacement of poison as well. Publish tomato recipes. Add tomato sauce daily, and in this way, 5 words would make your answer. Okay, so I'm going to play the recording and just concentrate करें इस पे ताकि 3-4 मजीद क्वेश्चन करने से you may feel better and confident in your MCQs.
You will hear a lecture about the history of the tomato. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 35 on page 166.
Just get ready. Test is working. This is the normal exam time. This is the normal exam ample time, which will be available for you in exam room as well. इस time पे highlighting कीजिए, and then concentrate कीजिए अपने पहले question. Get ready.
To 35.
The tomato is a popular vegetable, which figures in the cuisine of many countries around the world. It is particularly prominent in Italian cooking, but it was unknown in Europe until Spanish explorers brought it back from the Americas. The tomato originated in the highlands of Peru.
Have you listened? Tomatoes originated in the highlands of Peru. So originated means originally, and highlands of Peru, C is the answer. Yes or no? Okay, और एक बात और याद रखिएगा जितने भी IELTS वाले बच्चे हैं, चलो हैव अ गिफ्ट. आपके 50% जो आंसर्स होते हैं ना, 50% आंसर्स ए होते हैं. सो हर दफा अगर ए से आप अलर्ट भी रहेंगे तो कोई हर्ज वाली बात भी नहीं है. 50% आंसर्स रिमेन इन ए. आई एम टेलिंग यू दिस थिंग. सो देखते हैं क्या होता है. So now work on original color of tomato. Red, green, and yellow. Have your eyes on these 4 words and let's see what is the answer.
From there, it eventually found its way to Mexico, where it was cultivated by the Aztecs. The Aztec tomato wasn't the large red vegetable we know today. Rather, it was small and yellow.
Okay, so now it was small and yellow. So original color of tomato was yellow. The answer C is the answer. Okay, so move ahead to the next one now. Aztec word tomato means golden apple, plum thing, or a fruit. चलिए जी.
All round fruit arrived in Italy. It was named golden apple for its bright yellow color. You'll notice I just called it a fruit. That's because it's...
अब अगर किसी ने कहा गोल्डन एप्पल को आंसर कर दिया तो ही इज अ रॉन्ग अप्रोच पर्सन, बिकॉज सर ने बताया जब तक इस क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट का कीवर्ड नहीं गुजरेगा तब तक आंसर नहीं आएगा. सो एजडेक वर्ड जब गुजरेगा तो बताएगा कि इसका एजडेक वर्ड टोमेटो मींस व्हाट. ओके, सो गोल्डन एप्पल, ही इज नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट द एजडेक वर्ड. So this is not the answer. Wait for the answer.
Tomato is botanically a fruit, even though most everyone calls it a vegetable. The actual word tomato comes from the Aztec name for the vegetable, meaning plump thing.
So now, as that word tomato came from the plum thing, so answer B. Okay. So just wait. जब तक क्वेश्चन स्टेटमेंट का कीवर्ड नहीं गुजरेगा तब तक आपका आंसर नहीं आ रहा है. इस बात पर यकीन रखें and keep working on it. So 1500s would be very important word for you. Once you listen to the word 1500, just now get ready and have your eyes on 3 keywords of the answer statements. Get ready. I'm playing.
The tomato arrived in Europe in the 1500s.
Tomato arrived in the Europe in 1500. So that means the keyword of the question statement has gone now.
And quickly became a popular food in Spain and Italy.
और ये क्विकली बन गया पॉपुलर फूड इन स्पेन एंड इटली. ये 5 एमसीक्यूज हैं. पहले तीनों एमसीक्यूज में से किसी का आंसर भी ए नहीं है. पहले सारे एमसीक्यूज में किसी का आंसर भी ए नहीं है. ना 31 का. C is the answer. Original color was yellow. C is the answer. Aztec word plum thing. B is the answer. तो A है जिसको अभी तक आंसर नहीं हुआ और सर ने कहा था ऑलमोस्ट 50% वर्ड्स के एमसीक्यूज के आंसर्स ए होते हैं. तो 5 में से 3 तो ए नहीं है. इसका मतलब है लास्ट 2 में एस के होने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा होंगे. सो यू हैव लिसन टू द वर्ड 1500. जस्ट गेट रेडी टू आंसर.
In the late 1600s, the Italians began publishing recipes that used tomatoes.
So now 1500 के बाद उसने डायरेक्टली 1600 कह दिया. इसका मतलब है दरमियान में कहीं आंसर गुजर चुका है. I should go back now. मेरे साथ वापस चलिए and see what was the answer that we have missed.
The vegetable. The actual word tomato comes from the Aztec name for the vegetable, meaning plump thing. The tomato arrived in Europe in the 1500s and quickly became a popular food in Spain and Italy.
कहते quickly became, tomatoes यूरोप में आए 1500s में और quickly ये बन गए popular food in the Spain and Italy. अब इन तीनों में popular food का कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. वेट कीजिए.
In the late 1600s,
in early 1600s यहां से यहां चला गया. इसका मतलब ये है कि आंसर हो चुका है. अगर आंसर हो चुका तो ऑर्नामेंटल प्लांट्स का वर्ड तो यूज नहीं हुआ. सो दिस कैन नॉट बी द आंसर. मेडिसिन का वर्ड भी यूज नहीं हुआ. इसका मतलब है क्विकली बिकेम अ पॉपुलर फ्रूट मींस पीपल एंजॉयड ईटिंग tomatoes. Answer is A because people started eating it. Quickly became a popular fruit. तो जिसको पॉपुलर होता है जो उसको लोग एंजॉय करते हैं. इस बेस पे A is the answer because ना तो ऑर्नामेंटल प्लांट्स का जिक्र हुआ और ना ही मेडिसिन. क्लियर है नोट. सो नाउ आगे चलिए. 1600s.
the Italians began publishing recipes that used tomatoes. The British, however, had a different attitude toward the vegetable. It was grown as an ornamental plant in Britain in the 1600s, but it wasn't eaten because it was thought to be poisonous.
So now, in Britain, कहते हैं कि it was grown but it was not eaten because it was thought to be poisonous. So what is the answer? Saw the tomato as poisonous. What is the answer? A is the answer. So last 2 questions answers are A because पहले तीनों में ये miss हो रहा था. I told you 50% answers in MCQs normally go with the A. So get alert. So I'm repeating again. मैं ये 5 MCQs repeat कर रहा हूं ताकि आप लोगों को अच्छी comprehension develop हो जाए. Go and see answers once again. Test is working.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 35.
The tomato is a popular vegetable, which figures in the cuisine of many countries around the world. It is particularly prominent in Italian cooking, but it was unknown in Europe until Spanish explorers brought it back from the Americas. The tomato originated in the highlands of Peru. From there, it eventually found its way to Mexico, where it was cultivated by the Aztecs. The Aztec tomato wasn't the large red vegetable we know today. Rather, it was small and yellow. When this small round fruit arrived in Italy, it was named golden apple for its bright yellow color. You'll notice I just called it a fruit. That's because a tomato is botanically a fruit, even though most everyone calls it a vegetable. The actual word tomato comes from the Aztec name for the vegetable, meaning plump thing. The tomato arrived in Europe in the 1500s and quickly became a popular food in Spain and Italy. In the late 1600s, the Italians began publishing recipes that used tomatoes. The British, however, had a different attitude toward the vegetable. It was grown as an ornamental plant in Britain in the 1600s, but it wasn't eaten because it was thought to be poisonous. It wasn't until...
Okay, so now it is what is the MCQs, and I believe you people have got some mind about it. We are going to the question number 6 now. We were standing at the start of the MCQs.